So, before I start spending money on upgrading my gun, I want to just see if there is anything that I need to prioritize. So, I'm good on health injector pens. I'm going to need ammo for whichever weapon I go with. Um, I'm good on food, knives, magazines, regardless of which gun. So, I think I'm good there. I'm not worried. So here's where you can buy the guitar and the guide. You can see it's $1,500. And let's see. You can't buy a gas mask yet. You need to be security level 2. We already were on the weapon cleaning. Yeah, so this pistol suppressor that we have here, you cannot buy until you're security level 2. So we have one this early because of that stash we found. We can't buy any rail S. We can't buy any rail B. We can't buy... So, like, we're very limited on what we can have. We can't even have a pistol scope. So, the gun that we found, the very first gun we found, the TT-33, that was $500. So, we found the $500, the 2 magazines. We later got a third, and we got a pistol suppressor that we can't even buy yet, all for free. And then on top of the oil tank, we got a Glock, which is $700, 2 magazines, which is $150. So we can buy those now. It's just we saved a lot of money by not having to. We cannot get a Beretta yet, and we cannot get the one that can be switched to full auto Glock until security level 3. These are the more automatic weapons that you can get before you can get the ones I really enjoy, and you can't get these until security level 2. So I kind of wanted to just make sure that I couldn't get those before I started, because I couldn't remember when these showed up. If I could get these now, then I would be getting these as opposed to putting the money into the Glock. But I'm going to go ahead and get them. This one's okay, it's just not my favorite, so I'd rather just deal with the handguns until I get to security level 2. And then the shotguns you can have now. This is the one you get for free. You can get a longer shotgun now, but everything else you have to wait until at least 2 for the shotguns. And then all of these, my favorite one, the one that uses the orange... It's here. So this magazine these 3 magazines can be used with any of these guns. I like the AK-74 modified the best, so I usually get that one. So anytime I see these orange ones and grab them, it saves me from having to buy these once I get to security level 3. Okay, I feel better about spending money on the Glock. So first thing I'm gonna do is see how much this costs to repair all of these. Okay, so only $336 for the Glock that we got as a stash, which we can buy now. The gun itself, I think what was like $500, $700, 2 magazines, and then the pistol suppressor that we can't even buy yet. So we're gonna go ahead and definitely pay for all that. And then I'm repairing the pistol suppressor because I want to put it on my Glock, but I think I have to upgrade the Glock before it'll let me put it on there. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, the only thing that is preset is a Rail S, which as you saw, we can't buy anything for that yet. So if you go here to this upgrade section, you'll see that you can add a pistol suppressor adapter. So we're going to go ahead and add that, and then we're going to move it over from this gun. And then once we can buy a scope, then we'll replace the base sight with the scope. I am just not a fan of the base iron sights. It is not my favorite, especially the pistol suppressor blocks it. It's just that the pistol suppressor makes it easier to avoid enemies. You have to go into dressing mode to take the pistol suppressor off. You just do that by long pressing Y on something that doesn't have anything in its hand. And so now we can put this on, and you can kind of see how the pistol suppressor itself blocks a little bit your aiming, but not too bad. You can kind of tell you line up the enemy right where the top of the pistol suppressor is and you're fine. But it is a little bit annoying, which is why it is very annoying until you can buy the better attachments for this. You will find, I think there is a stash where you will get like some scopes and some a flashlight for it, but oh, not until later. I need to get ammo. But I don't remember where those stashes are, and I think they're in locations that we haven't even gone to yet, so I'm just going to be patient and wait. So we're going to get some 9x19 ammo, and so now we have a magazine that holds 17, 2 magazines. I'm trying to think of what mission. I'm going to go ahead and buy 4 boxes. I know we've got a couple boxes already in our room, but I'm going to just go ahead and stock up. We'll be using a 9x19 for a very long time. I might also go ahead and buy 1 more magazine just because I'll have 1 in the gun. I'd like to have 2 backup, and they're only $150. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this. Go ahead and fill these up. Nope. Okay, so we've got 18 out of 18, the 17 in the magazine plus the 1 in the chamber. That's how you know that you have 1 chambered and your magazine is restocked. When the magazine is 17 out of 17 and the max is 18 out of 18. We have a rail S. We just can't buy anything. Oh, I still have that gun in there. I'm debating if I want to just go ahead and sell that one or if I want to clean it first. That's how you know that you have the extra round chambered and you're ready to go on it, is by long pressing it and checking the capacity and what is actually in there. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out and then get these. All right, so that's 17 out of 17. That's 17 out of 17. I'm gonna sell the ones that I've emptied because you will get $3 per box, and may as well. And we've got 2 boxes left. I'm debating. Let me go. I think I'm going to sell the PM. I've got now 2 better weapons. I don't think I'm ever going to use this again. So I may as well get some money for it. And I'm going to go ahead and clean this. Again, it's in the blue, so you don't need gun oil. You're just doing the paper towel and the cleaning rod. And I think I'm going to go ahead and sell all of my 9x18 ammo, because you find these everywhere. This is the most common ammo that you find, and I don't plan to use anything 9x18. I will bring some more ammo with me. Again, usually I pack lighter, but now that I'm in the harder difficulty, I just want to make sure that I don't set myself up for failure. Okay, so this one is 8 out of 8. I'm gonna fill these up. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the one that is 8 out of 8 in here. I'm just gonna bring this as a backup. I don't plan to actually use it. I might buy a box of ammo. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but it might be better to have. Sometimes, like, if your gun jams or you accidentally drop it, then it's better to have an extra backup gun that you can just open and quickly grab out. Again, especially until you... Right now, I'm just going with a handgun. Eventually, you'll have a primary on the back of your shoulder and a handgun, so it's better. But in the beginning, I'll kind of plan ahead for things like that. So I might just buy one box of 7.62s. And yeah, I'm gonna just buy it's 150. That way I have something. I'm not gonna put this in my holster just because I don't want to accidentally grab the wrong one, but I am gonna kind of keep this gun. You know, you can kind of tell when you're in the bag, it turns green. So I could literally put it right like this, and then as I collect items, put it in here and then have this to grab out. I like to keep it out of the way, so I'll probably, like, you can see when it turns green is about here. So I'm gonna just kind of leave it like that, so I can quickly grab this if need be. Now there is a glitch where sometimes the last item you put here will go to the back of your bag. So because I really like setting this up a certain way, I'll then sometimes take other items out just for those to be the items that'll go to the back. Kind of trick the bag a little bit. So I'm kind of just grabbing all sorts of random things. So that way my gun isn't the one to go to the back of the bag, and we'll test that out. Yep, you'll see it's the flashlight that went there. So that's fine. I'll just leave my flashlight there. And so now my gun is where I want it to be. I think that is it as far as my loadout. I just want to make sure. So we've got our Glock ammo, backup gun, backup probes, backup detector, main probe and detector. Oh, this is the one. This is the advanced probes. So you see when you press trigger, it's got this orange little flag, whereas here, when you press it, it's just the shell casing. So when you're throwing these at probes, it's easier to see where you threw, so you know exactly where it went, as opposed to throwing that and trying to keep an eye on it. So I will keep the advanced ones on me, the non-advanced ones as a backup, and I'm going to go put these back here. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and put a health injector pen on this arm. And then I've got my knife there. Okay, I'm done here. Let's go pick out our mission. Let me give it a save because I really like how I have things set up. And now we're going to plan out our day. So we're about to go into day 2. We've already completed the first 2 top priority missions. So now the next top priority mission is locked. You have to do 2 regular missions and then it'll unlock the next top priority mission. And we still have on the tide, we'll sleep until about 7 a.m. So that's going to be about 10 hours. So then you'll have about 3 days left. So we got a lot done already in just the first day. We're gonna do... So the rift is that thing that we shot that gave us that shard. This is wanting us to find a specific rift, and we can't sell it. It'll give a broken shard with a hole in the middle, turn that in, and we get the mission money. So when I first click on this, you'll see your little map on the board. It'll show you where this mission is, so you can decide if it's in a location you want to go to or not before you accept it. I'm going to just go ahead and accept it. and I'm going to go ahead and do the sample courier since it's right there. And then I may as well go ahead and do this one too, just to get, even though we only need 2, they're all in the same area, so we may as well do all 3. So here, this little black square is that building we went to that we got the watch. So that's where we were already. And then here, these are those 2 little storage shed things. And then there's that one rectangle building. That's where we got the film canister. And then this rectangle here is where the rift is that we already took out. So we've been there and we've been down here. So these are 3 new areas that we haven't cleared out yet. We did come here by that train yard, that train car that was our shelter. We went around up here along the edge, and that's where we got the stash. And so we know there's rifts and there's mimic police there. We just haven't taken them out yet. So we are going to be heading to these 3 areas for the next day's mission. And you'll be able to see here the ones that you haven't selected yet. We've selected all of them that we can. You can only choose maximum of 5, but right now they only gave us 3. And then in progress, it shows them, and you can see which one is M1, M2, and M3. And then it'll label them so you know which mission goes with which red circle. So we are going to go ahead and go to sleep. I am going to sleep until 7 because I don't have this area cleared out yet. If it was cleared out, or if we had a long trek to get where we were going that was cleared out, I would do 6 a.m. because it's still a little bit dark, but the time goes so fast that by the time you get to your mission, it's bright enough. But since we're still clearing everything out, I'm going to go ahead and do 7. And you'll see that you've got 3 yellow circles showing. That is just how much hunger that you've actually depleted your stamina. You should consider that you're maybe 1 more additional dot hungry. So I could do 4 pieces here, but I'm actually going to go ahead, since I'm this low, I'm going to use some of the pineapple, because I find that I am bad about actually using the pineapple. So when I'm that low, it gives me a chance to do so. And once we're, like, you can run here and you're not going to drain your stamina at all. When we're out in the field, we'll be able to see, is there any yellow circle left or not? Because there might still be some, it just might not be draining your stamina yet. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a save in my save spot 1. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording and then kick off another recording for the actual day 2 missions.